On this episode,
Jody, what have you done to your feet? What happened?
you'll find out if you listen to this episode. Hey, I've got a story about being stuck behind a train, beside a train, at a train track, something like that.
Something.
I was aggravated.
You're always aggravated.
Hey, and I got another story. It's about a Tennessee water tower.
You and your stories.
In another country. What's a Tennessee water tower doing in another country?
I guess we'll find out.
I guess so.
And you talked me into doing this March Madness bracket or whatever for basketball.
Because it's fun.
You'll have to explain that
It's
to
exciting.
me.
Everybody's doing it.
All right, join us.
Welcome back. Episode 62. Hey, wherever you're listening to us from, whatever platform, look at the description and it says send us a text. So do it. That's all I got to say.
Send us a question.
Question, anything. I've got a story for you. Something
Already?
I didn't tell you last week that happened to me.
Well, let me start off by saying I don't know how much I'm going to be into this because I'm going to be honest, I can't keep my eyes open. I've been struggling all day long.
Why?
I don't know. I get like that sometimes. It's like I just cannot keep my eyes open. Like right now, I just want to go lay on the couch and do nothing. Let you finish supper. We got ribs in the crock pot. I'll just let you finish supper. I'll go take a quick nap. Or I'll just sit here and take a quick nap while you talk. This will be the Jody episode.
Okay.
All right. What story you got for us?
When is the last time you've been stopped by a train?
I have no clue. I actually went around one when I was going to my dad's not long ago. So I didn't get stopped by it because where the train is when you're going toward my dad's.
With the arms down?
It was like just starting. So I don't mean I went around. I mean I took the other way. You know where you didn't have to stop. You know what I'm talking about?
Like a little overpass thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You made it sound like you or the train
Like
was
I went
coming
around-
and
No,
you
no,
bebopped
no.
on through there.
No, I would never do that. That's no way.
Have you ever been the first one at the train tracks when the arms go down?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this was my experience last Friday.
Oh, Lord.
So as I'm going,
How many trains do you come across?
more than I want to get caught by.
In your travel around
About every
the
three
counties.
About every 3 weeks, I'll probably get caught by one, but nothing like this. So I'm going down the road, right? And
so where we at? Tell me where
I'm
we're
going to
at.
be going
I know
to
where we're
Fayette,
at. Okay,
Alabama.
so we're okay, I got you.
So I've still got 40 minutes to get there.
Okay.
Or whatever. I'm going along. There's a turn up ahead to the left that I've got to go. I got to turn to go to Fayette. And there's a train track that goes across. It runs parallel with the road
Right.
the whole way.
Gotcha.
Oh, anyway, so when I'm getting close to the turn, I see the lights flashing up there. So the train's about to come by.
And you Dukes of Hazzard it.
Yeah. So right when I'm going to be up there. So when I get to the turn and there's nobody in there, I'm going to be the first one. The arm's already down. So when I turn in, I've got a enclosed trailer that's...
Because this is your job. You deliver
Anyway,
stuff.
I've got the trailer behind my truck. So I'm going to be able to turn to the left and just enough get up against the arm.
to be out of the road.
To be out of the road.
To be out of the main road.
Right.
I got you. Yep.
So it's dark. Remember, it's early in the morning. Lights are going. Coming my way in the other direction, there's already an 18-wheeler sitting there. And he's got his headlights off.
Off?
Off.
Okay.
He's got his parking lights on
Okay.
and all that, but he's sitting there. So now I'm sitting here. So we sit there for, it's about 10 minutes, and no train has come through.
What?
No train.
I can't believe you sat there
And
that
there was
long.
So a car has gotten not behind me, but they're in the main road, but they're stopped. They need to turn, but they can't. So they go by me and cut through the middle of the train tracks,
Oh, that's
to get
so
through.
scary.
Yeah. This continues to happen. There's more cars coming behind the 18-wheeler.
And you've got a trailer, so it's not easy. You can't do that.
I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I can't back up. I can't do it. I'm there. But yeah, more cars go around us. Either they're coming from behind me or they're coming from the 18-wheeler in the opposite direction coming my way. And I'm like, what is going on? And so I cracked my window, my passenger side window, and then I noticed the train is right there. It's sitting there. It's probably 40 yards, 30 yards from where I'm at, on the track. It's just sitting there. I had no idea because it's dark.
Yeah.
All I've been seeing is the flashing lights. The 18-wheeler guy gets out, and he goes up to the train tracks right there, and he's got his cell phone looking at something, and he dials a number. Well, there's a number on there if there's a problem on the tracks. You can call the railroad. So I thought, well, he's calling. We'll get this thing resolved or whatever. He gets back in the truck. About 25 more minutes goes by.
No way.
And I'm still sitting in the same spot. And now he has a line.
You're just now telling me this?
I don't know why. I've thought about this several times. I thought I'm going to save it for the podcast. And I didn't think nothing else about it.
Right. Okay.
So I get my phone. And I don't normally do stuff like that. I called the railroad. I called that 1-800 number.
Oh.
And talked to a guy and told him what the problem was. He said, "Do you see the train?" I said, "Yes, I see the train." He said, "How far away are you from it?" I said, 30 yards, 40 yards. Oh, he just hadn't pulled up far enough. And I'm like, what is he talking about?
What do you mean?
Let me put you on hold and I'm going to get you through to whatever department. So he puts me on hold. And then it starts ringing, and it gives me options, just like the options I had. I like that booger put me back, just like put me on hold, and it put me back to all the options I had to begin with.
He giving you somebody else.
Yeah, but anyway, I got to another lady answered, and I told her the situation, and she said, "Yeah, we'll have to get a hold of train operator to let him know that he's on the sensor. He's not past the sensor to let the arms go back up. He's been sitting there. They go by." And then they just stop. I guess he's out of time, or they're going to hook up, or whatever the train
reason.
does. I don't know. About 5 minutes passes, and then you hear an engine. You hear it's like engines like revving up and all that stuff. And then the brakes release. It's like air brakes, like on a truck drive. I mean, I know that's not what it is, but that's what it sounds like. So it's like the motor revs up on this train, and you see him move about 2 foot, and it stops, and then the arms go up 2 foot.
Oh my gosh.
You know how long I sat there? I got there at 6:20. I left at 7:11.
Oh.
51 minutes.
I cannot believe you done that.
I couldn't do nothing. I was stuck.
You couldn't back out in a...
No, I was backing out in the main highway.
Yeah, not right there.
And then the angle I could not angle around because I've got a trailer. If I didn't have the trailer, I'd have been gone.
Oh, yeah. But... And that 18-wheeler was the same way.
Yeah.
He had a trailer too?
So I don't know. Yeah, he had a full trailer behind him. So I don't know what he did, if he actually got a hold of anybody, but he was doing the same thing that I did. At least I'm assuming he was, because he walked up to the sign and was like, you could tell he was getting the numbers off of it and putting it in his phone.
Maybe.
So let that be a lesson to anybody out there, that if there is a train on the track that a little ways down and the arms are down and nothing's happening, the train needs to creep on down the track just a little bit more.
You should have called your
get on that sensor.
buddy Luke.
I know, but this wasn't the same train company.
Oh, so he couldn't have done it.
No, he couldn't help me.
That's crazy.
He probably could have. He could have told me what the problem was.
Yeah, he probably could have. Yeah, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
I wouldn't. Well, you didn't have an option to sit there or not.
Oh, I had school buses. There was somebody, and there's another way around, but I don't know. I don't know the other way.
You should have walked down there to the train.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't nothing I could do anyway, but I don't know of another way to get around that. I mean, locals, I guess they do, but...
Right.
So
I bet those people were cussing you.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you were just sitting there.
Well, there was, in the main road, I had a line of cars.
Because
there was people
after
almost
school time.
After they sat there for several minutes, you would see some like back up, turn around, and go the opposite direction and leave.
Yeah.
I didn't have any effect.
Right.
I was not doing anything. But there was probably, I would say, 20 cars that crossed the track. This was not a very populated area.
Right.
But still. But behind that 18-wheeler, he was, there was a ton of cars behind him. And the thing was, if one of them was going to try and pass and come all the way down.
All the way.
They would have met. So there wasn't hardly anybody coming from his way.
Yeah,
across.
Because they didn't.
But the people behind me
could go.
Yeah,
because
they
could
go.
see right there.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe you sat there that long.
What?
But like you said, what do you do?
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't call me or text me.
I mean, what would you do? What was you going to do?
Nothing.
Talk me through it?
Yeah. I'm going to talk you off the ledge.
No.
I was asleep. You probably wouldn't have got me. I tend to not be able to get up.
After 7, you should have been at work.
Yeah, well, that's not happening because I don't know. Like, I wake up when you leave, I stay awake, and I fall asleep, and then I never hear my alarm. I have my alarm set for 5:45. I never hear it till about 6:30 or 6:45, and I turn it off. It's getting really bad.
You need to. They make over-the-counter drugs for this.
Do they?
Yeah, or cough syrup.
That puts me to sleep.
What?
Cough syrup puts you to sleep.
It put you to sleep?
Yeah.
That's my point, doofus.
I need to wake up.
No,
I can't wake
you were
up.
No, you're complaining about how that's why you're going to bed late because you're not sleepy and stuff. Then
Jody, it's called perimenopause.
I don't know what it's called.
I do. It's called I'm getting old and all these things are changing and I can't stand it. And I got to get them fixed somehow.
Just wait till you get to 50.
You're a man.
See
you
how
have no clue what I'm talking about. You have no clue how it is to feel like this.
Cracked heels and
You've had that all your life. You cannot say that at 50.
dry skin and.
So speaking of dry skin, what'd you do Saturday? What did I talk you into doing?
I know what I did Sunday.
Was it Sunday?
No, I listened to James Spann all night because you were talking about staying up or not sleeping and stuff.
Right.
Because you had James Spann on your phone all night because there was bad weather.
That was Sunday night, yes.
Yeah.
So
we went from having 80-degree weather for 2 days
nice weather
to where it dropped down. We had tornadoes Sunday night.
1 o'clock was up with
bad
tornadoes.
weather, and then we had snow that Monday morning.
Monday morning, 9 o'clock, it starts snowing. Looks like the screen on the TV
so
right
within
now.
24-hour period, 79-degree weather, then tornadoes, then 20 degrees. It seemed like
That's
it
crazy.
snowed.
That was crazy.
It was what 38 or something like that, but it snowed.
Yeah,
Crazy snow,
big snow. I'm talking coming down. If it had been freezing,
oh, it'd have been.
It would have been.
I was going to take some
bad.
pictures and show you because when I went somewhere else that I was trying to go to, the pine trees were covered up with the white. It looked really nice. You'd have thought everything would have been covered up. I mean, you did see it.
I like
it was on
snow
the grass
like that.
and all
It
but
comes down like that. It's so pretty, and then it's gone. Yeah. Not like when we get ice and all of that. This was real. This was snow. It was not ice like we usually get. So it was really pretty. It was coming down. It was big flakes. I mean,
I was amazed at how much it snowed.
Big flakes.
I mean, this was like
me too.
For like
an
hour and a half.
Yeah.
This wasn't no 10-minute thing.
No. And so I work at our church, and across, if you're sitting at my desk, you see the graveyard, the cemetery across the road. So it was piling up over there, and it was real pretty. And on the bushes and stuff, but the road was just as dry as, no, it wasn't dry. I mean, it was wet, but it was not freezing like we're used to because it wasn't cold enough.
Yeah. Not to get off the subject, but since you mentioned the church, there's a school on the opposite side of the church also.
Yeah.
And so in the mornings and the evenings, we have the school zone.
Yeah.
All right. And so school zone.
You missed it today, too.
It's 25 miles an hour. This is normally a 55 mile an hour speed, on this road.
Yeah.
And so during the school zone, it's 25. And so we have a state trooper, sometimes two.
Yeah.
That I don't know about in the morning times, but I know almost every evening. There might be a few days they don't come through, but every evening, buddy, he's on the side of the road and constantly pulling people over.
It's funny.
It is crazy.
You hear them rev up because I'm sitting right there. They're pulled over right at work.
And I want to so bad. There is a...
you missed it today after you left.
Okay, but on TikTok... There's an account that I don't follow it, but it pops up very often on my feed. And it's a guy that sits at where it's a school bus stop. It's just a drop-off point for the kids. It's not the house or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it's on like a 4-lane road and everything. And so now what to do, they set up 2 to 3 police cars on the opposite side of the road because everybody passes that school bus when he's got the stop sign out on the driver's side.
Yeah.
The cars just go right by him. And so this guy sits there and videos the cops pulling all these people over, and it's very intriguing to me. So that I wanted so bad to get with this state trooper and tell him, hey, I'm going to start videoing you pulling people over because there's no telling how many people they pull over.
A ton. I mean, and you just sit there and you just hear his engine revving up. Then the next thing you know, there he goes. But you hear the engine.
So what did he get today? Or what did I miss today?
Oh, they got somebody after you.
Well, no, he had somebody
left.
pulled over when I left from there.
Oh, well, maybe you were still over, and I thought you were gone then.
He had a white little truck pulled over.
I don't know.
But this was down the road.
Down
this
toward
is
our
the little
house.
doctor's office.
Yeah. So
it's amazing.
It's
and I want to research that too because where do all the money that's generated from the tickets? Where does that go? What slush fund does that go into?
It needs to go to the school.
No, it doesn't. No, I'm just saying how much of that actually goes towards law enforcement, towards their salary. Does it go into? I mean, I need to know where it goes.
It goes into a pot and it's their tips. That makes sense, wouldn't it?
Now, I'm going to bring the number down from what I remember him telling me, but talking to a state trooper not too long ago, he told me that there were like 60 state troopers short in the state of Alabama. And that's about half the real number he told me. Because the number he told me was like, it was like 120. And that's just a huge number that it's hard for me to believe that. I know he's not going to lie to me.
Yeah, but
you
think the whole state, though. I mean, that's probably not.
Well, and the thing, I don't know how it works, but his little zone or whatever is not much. Well, I say it's not much, but it's like a certain highway. It's like it's a certain section of the interstate and then one highway section that leads back to where we're at. I thought it always was like, you've got half of a county, half of this county and half of another county, but it's not like that. And then at one point, I knew a guy that they were so short-handed that from like 10 o'clock to 6 in the morning, there is no state troopers. They're on call only if there's a bad wreck. So there's nothing. They're not going to be out there at all just because they didn't have the manpower.
Right. That's crazy.
I got 2 stories. If you don't have anything, I got 2 stories. I'll do one of them.
Tell you stories. We going to talk about your feet?
My feet, I guess, go ahead.
What did I talk you into
So
doing?
Saturday night, Amanda's been talking me up to do this, and it was going to be like top secret thing, but I guess since I found out she let her friends know about it, I might as well let everybody else know. But it's, what are you,
exfoliating
your feet?
Foot mask.
A foot mask.
Yeah.
And it's actually like a little booty.
Had your little booties on, poured your little sauce in there.
You put little booties on, and you put sauce, some little mixture in there.
Yeah, so you put the...
Whatever the concoction is. It's like salt and stuff, I guess. Is it?
I don't know. It's from Red Aspen, so I mean, I've done it.
Got a smell to it.
Yeah, it does have a
Only
little
reason
bit
I
of a
know
smell.
that is because when I took the garbage out from the bathroom this week,
oh yeah,
one of the booties things fell out from in there.
Oh,
and it had a strong. Well, it didn't leak or nothing, but it had a strong
yeah.
smell. I was like, huh.
I mean, I do them like 2 or 3 times a year, especially when it's flip-flop season, which for me that's.
But you're telling me, you're saying that within 3 to 4 days or 5 or 6 days,
4 to 7,
4 to 7, whatever, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, something. Your feet's going to start just peeling.
Yeah,
And she's talking like
peeling.
And so I'm thinking
old
like
dead.
bad sunburn, when you start peeling your skin, that kind of thing. That's
Not
what I'm
bubble
thinking.
up.
I know not bubble up, but I'm just saying, how when you start, you're peeling.
Kinda, yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
yeah. But now you think it's had a bad reaction to you.
But now it's like this just started like an hour and a half ago. I was like my especially one of my foot, the top of it, is itching like crazy. And so I took my socks off and I looked and it's like, it is unbelievable how dry and cracked my feet are, thanks to you.
You're going to love it afterwards.
And so I'm hoping that I can walk in the morning. So I'm like asking, can I put lotion on my feet? Or do I have to like
lotion.
let this thing, because I'm going to be hurting if I don't. So I lathered my feet up with lotion because it was so bad.
Your skin is weird anyway.
They need to do a study because I do have the craziest skin.
Yeah.
Very crazy.
I call it eczema. I don't know what eczema. It is.
But I have bad dry. You can, just like my fingers, I get cracks on my fingers, and there is nothing that helps.
No lotion helps. Nothing.
No lotion. That I've tried every lotion. I've tried O'Keefe's or O'Keefe's, whatever it is, hand creams, all that stuff. Nothing.
So when we record, and we're recording this on a Tuesday, we didn't get 2 episodes recorded this past weekend. I don't know why. When we come back and record on Saturday, we'll report back on the foot peeling.
Maybe. It depends. I don't know.
I'll sneak in
there. I don't
want
to talk about my feet anyway. I don't know why we're doing this.
I'll sneak in there and put a picture.
No. Well, that was the thing, because my feet looked so, when I took my sock off and looked at it, I was like, I was going to send you a picture. I was going to take a picture, and then like I told you, I was afraid you would show somebody.
Put it out there.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're going to show somebody. Like, I have not sent her a picture, so I'm like,
when I got home, he is sitting here, and he never is hardly ever without socks, except the summertime. But he's sitting here with no socks on, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? You never don't have socks on. And he's like, my feet are horrible.
Yeah, because I really needed, I was desperate. I was going to send you a picture because I wanted to know, hey, can I put lotion on my feet, or is that going to mess up this whatever I got going, this exfoliating thing we got going on? But then I was like, I can't send her a picture because she'll show somebody.
I am not showing.
So I'm like, I'm just going to have to like suck it up for the next 45 minutes and wait till she gets here.
You couldn't even text and say, hey, I've got to put lotion on my feet.
Well, no, because it wasn't, just asking wasn't going to be the same as, because I figured if I asked you, you'd be like, no, you're not supposed to do all that. But if you saw what my feet look like, you'd be like, oh my goodness, yeah, because it
doesn't say don't put lotion and stuff, so I say do it. So we'll see. We'll report back.
It's only, I've got to have it now. I can't.
Yeah, we'll report back.
More, about every 30 minutes, I'm going to lather up.
All right, what you got now?
It is crazy. Hey, I've got, do you know about the Tennessee water tower that's in Iraq?
Do you really think I know about that?
Is that not crazy what I just said?
Yeah, the
Tennessee water tower in Iraq. You want to know the story?
I sure do.
Okay. All right, it's 2003.
Take a snooze.
Early in the war, during the Operation Iraqi Freedom. You're an American soldier, probably from East Tennessee, deployed halfway across the world in Mosul, Iraq. It's over 120 degrees. You're wearing full gear, and everything around you feels.
You just said over 120 degrees.
Home, yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that.
That's that dry heat. Ugh. That's why they when you're over there, you constantly keep drinking because you're not sweating it out.
Yeah.
Football season is starting back in Tennessee, but you're not there. Somewhere near a former palace compound, once tied to Saddam Hussein's regime and later used by the 101st Airborne Division, there was a plain, ordinary Iraqi water tower sitting on top of a hill. Nothing special until one officer got an idea. According to the story passed around soldiers at the time, an officer in the 101st Airborne Division, a unit with a lot of troops from Clarksville, Tennessee, was assigned a simple task: paint the water tower. No one told him what color, so he made a decision. He ordered paint shipped in from the United States.
Oh no, Tennessee orange.
Not just any paint, Tennessee Vols orange.
Oh no.
Then, using local laborers working with the unit, he had the entire tower painted bright orange, and on it he added the iconic Power T logo. The next morning, in the middle of a war zone in northern Iraq, there it stood, a glowing, unmistakable piece of home, a University of Tennessee-style water tower sitting on a hill with the T facing west, pointed back towards Tennessee over 8,000 miles away. Soldiers who drove by it couldn't believe what they were seeing. First reaction, am I losing my mind? Second reaction, a grin. I don't know about that. I wouldn't grin at a Tennessee Vols water tower, but it's pretty cool though. Because somehow in the middle of everything, they'd brought a piece of home with them. And here's the thing, no one ever officially confirmed exactly who the officer was. No press release, no ceremony, no credit taken. It just became a kind of legend among troops.
Tennessee orange is ugly.
You want to see the picture of it? I'll show you.
You gonna show me?
I can't show anybody else because we're not doing...
You could pop it in there.
See that right there?
Oh, my.
Is that not crazy?
Yeah. That's horrible.
It is.
So is it still there?
Yes.
To this day, maybe? Do we know?
I want to know how you got the T. Because even if you got day laborers, locals that you're hiring to do that,
yeah,
painting a water tower is one thing, but having them stencil something on it, a big old T, and make it look legit, that's something else. So that's the only thing that I'd question about the story.
T?
Yeah.
You think it's AI generated?
No, I think
it's AI generated.
I saw the story and I looked it up, and I mean it's legit. But the picture, I'm like, they put a lot more into it, I guess, than I think.
Than you thought they did.
So, well, I got this other story, but I won't do it since we did that one. So,
all right. So we've been talking about this AI stuff, right? Like, didn't we talk about AI last time or time before or something? And I think a little bit we did.
Yeah, we did. We're just talking about, we talked about Grok and ChatGPT.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking about. Well, what did I send you Sunday or Monday or something?
Oh, it was a video of me and you that came, it was I guess a photo.
It was a photo.
That it generated into a video of me
to
and
the Dirty Dancing song. I thought it was pretty cool.
I thought they had me down. I thought they had me down pretty good on my dance moves.
Oh, yeah, your dance moves were spot on. How crazy is that,
It is crazy.
How do they take a picture and it turns it into whatever? Like, I mean, they can make you move, they can make you walk, they can... My face looks different. Yours don't.
Yeah, that was the only thing about yours was your face changed.
My face changed. Yeah. And my skirt changed.
Yeah.
Because that's not my skirt.
I might have had 6 fingers. You know, if I had a finger, it'd do crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some of the cheaper type version things, but
yeah.
I mean, they got some legit ones out there.
I mean, it looked pretty good though.
Look, that's what I'm saying. That's the scary thing about it. You're not going to be able to tell.
If you didn't know that wasn't us.
Yeah.
I think I could pass it off.
Well, you know, it's just like those scammers, you know, it's that thing to where they've got your loved one's voice down pat and it's AI generated that calls you and you don't realize it's AI and they tell you something's happened and they either need money, whatever it is. So, yeah, it's going to be so bad here in the future.
I just don't know what it is. I mean, like, I don't mean what
I'm
it
done
is.
With all
I
of
mean,
it.
like, what to trust, what's real, what's not real. That's why I always come to you and say, hey, look at this. Is this real?
Look, I'm telling you, anything that's in doubt, every picture now that I see that's questionable, or even if it's not, I'll just throw it into Grok or whatever and ask them if it's real.
Yeah. So, I mean.
But that's what I'm saying right now, especially with the war that's going on, all the propaganda and all this, anything, if you go on X or Facebook, you better not. I mean, it might be a reliable source, one of the news sources that you can, but if it's from a source that you're not sure of, don't believe it until you do a little bit of research. Yeah, I wish we'd just do away with all this AI. They're talking about how good it's going to be and how much time it's going to save. And it does. It saves it. Look, just like, and we've talked about this before too, on the little system that we use on editing part of this podcast. It's called Co-Host AI. Mm-hmm. That helps with, or say like if I back off the mic, you know, it'll bring my sound back to normal and stuff. Just crazy stuff like that. Yeah. That, you know, just like a transcript. No, a transcript of the podcast or anything like that. There's people that read it, that will read a podcast. So they'll read the transcript. You used to have to pay to have it, you know, done. And now it's like the AI system does, like with ours, we have ours done automatically. So, I mean, just like bam. So when I send this thing within like 4 minutes, it's transcribed and everything. It's crazy. So let's go back to the men's bracket, basketball bracket, NCAA,
Yeah, I
March
was just
Madness.
looking at that. You sent it to me and wanted me to join it.
Yes.
So I did, and when I pull it up, see how it says ESPN fan? Is that you?
I
And
don't
then
know.
that one's Nicholas because it said Zane.
I'll have to dig in to see.
So, but you got to explain to me what I got to do.
What do you mean? What do you got to do? You just guess.
I just guess. I don't know.
Did you not do it? I thought you did it.
I mean, I got in there.
Oh, you got in there, but you haven't picked anybody. Is that what
No.
you're saying? Oh.
Yeah, I hadn't picked anything.
No, you just got to pick whoever you think.
Well, where do I go to pick? Like, you gotta...
Well, we can't do this on I'll show you afterwards, but.
Okay.
Does everybody do a bracket? If you don't do a bracket, do
so
it this year.
So is this a bracket for March Madness?
Yes.
Are we not already halfway through it?
No.
Okay.
It's just getting started.
Oh, okay.
I think the 19th is when the first game is. I might be mistaken on that, but yeah, everybody's doing like their like SEC championship, all that stuff.
Okay.
They're doing their division championships right now.
Okay.
And that leads into March Madness. If you've never done a bracket, go into ESPN. You can find it. To me, it's fun. I know me and Nicholas started this several years ago, and it's just a fun thing to keep track of.
Is it like me and you do one for football season?
Yeah. Same thing, but like this right here is like you'll have 10 games, on one day, and you're trying to have the perfect bracket, which nobody never has.
Right.
So you're seeing how long you can go with having the correct picks. You might go a day, you might go 2 days, 3 days with having the, perfect bracket, and then bam, it gets busted. So, but it's fun.
Okay, so we'll see how our bracket ends up. We'll go in there and do that.
So if y'all do a March Madness bracket, let us know. And for those of you that don't, trust me, try it this year. It's just fun to pick.
It's just something fun with your family.
And it's nothing hard. It tells you what they're ranked. And if you want to be one of those people that just takes the best ranked team to win each game, you can do that. It doesn't matter. And with this right here on ESPN, you can pick more, or you can make more than one bracket.
Oh.
So if there's a couple of games that you're not sure about, that's kind of iffy, make one bracket with this team winning and make one bracket with that.
Why would you do that, though?
I don't know. But you can do it. I think you can make up to 25 brackets per person.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
I ain't going to make more. I can't keep up with one, much less 25.
I don't know, but when we get off here, I'll show you.
All right, so we're going to work on our bracket.
Yeah.
We're going to go eat some ribs and find something else to go with our ribs, and we're going to call it a night.
That's right. Y'all have a good rest of the week and a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. See ya.
Peace.